Hey, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Script Note Show. I'm your host, Matt Tillman, broadcasting today from a pretty rainy West Michigan. Wish we could share some of this rain with everyone out west. Just can't even imagine what's going on out there. Definitely thinking of everyone out there. So hopefully everyone can pull through okay. Today's episode, I wanted to talk all about building relationships, especially when it comes to the world of business. When frequently I go through sometimes with job interviews, and I'm sure others have always gotten asked this question, what do you value most, or what would people say about you? And one experience I always come back to is that I went through personally several years ago. I had the opportunity to go on a mission trip to Tanzania, Africa, and our main project over there was to build a church for in a village kind of outside of the capital city of Dar es Salaam. And the people of the village really appreciated, us coming there and doing all the hard work and everything for them. But what I found most fascinating is, despite their appreciation for the physical work and labor we helped put in, what they appreciated most was the relationship that we established with them and that impact that was made on them. And the story I always think of is every day we'd make the drive out to this village. There was this little girl that would always come up so excited, and every time that we visit for that day's work, and come to find out when we'd have to leave back for where we were staying later in the afternoon that evening, apparently she would just sob uncontrollably because she missed us and the experience she had with us being able to provide all this help and labor, so much so that unfortunately I guess her family members had moved her to relatives at a neighboring village. So it just really got me thinking as to how that can really impact even our daily lives and business, as we go throughout our jobs and our careers. Our coworkers and colleagues and managers might always appreciate the work we put in, but what they'll always remember most is that relationship that you establish with them. I know for me, I always appreciate it when, colleagues can not only be a good coworker, but can also be a good friend and mentor at times too. And, ultimately, I always find that's the most successful way I'll be able to move forward within business. So just always think about the, relationships with your colleagues and coworkers that you can establish. And, I truly think you'll be surprised at the impact that can make on not just you, but those around you as well, and not just in work either, but in our daily lives. Just never be afraid to listen to someone, because you never know what a difference that might make for them. So that was just kind of my thoughts for today's episode. Coming up, I'll have a continuation from last week's episode in regards to if you're considering a career change or not. Had some good follow-up with that, so be sure to post that when I can. Otherwise, also did post last week as far as a deal alert on Apple's AirPods. Again, fantastic product. Use them myself almost every day. As of this broadcast, the link is still active, so the AirPods are still on discount, so make sure you check that out. I'll be sure to put a link to that in the show notes. And then also continuing to work on rebuilding scriptnotes.com as well. As much as I enjoy WordPress, it's kind of starting to become a little more bloated and convoluted, where it seems like putting more focus on having to keep up with plugin updates and everything else. So trying to work on a little bit more simplified version of the website, so be sure to keep an eye out for that. As always, would like to thank you for listening. And again, if you're listening via Anchor, definitely leave us a voice message. We'd love to hear from you. Any questions, concerns, feedback you might have from previous episodes. And then be sure to connect with us on Facebook and all our other platforms out there as well. And with that, thank you again for listening, and we'll talk to you again soon. See ya.